So I'm waiting in line at the Starbucks for my pumpkin spice latte, and we're going shopping today to go get some cotton yarn so that way I can make my wedding favors. I want to be able to work on this while we're on vacation, so I figured today while I'm off from work that this would be the perfect time to go shopping. So yeah, that's kind of the plan today, but we'll see what else is there. Maybe we might find some other yarns that are nice that I haven't seen before that, you know, we can add to the yarn stash. Alright, we've made it to Hobby Lobby with our latte in tow. I think this is the first time that I've come to this Hobby Lobby where the parking lot is not absolutely packed. But I'm also here at like 9:30 in the morning, so they only just opened up like a half an hour ago. So let's go ahead and see what we can find. Okay, so I was a little disappointed at this trip around at Hobby Lobby, but it also looked like they were just restocking too. I did find some yarn that I was looking for in the right colors, but I didn't get as much as I was hoping for. I know I'm going to definitely need to come back and get more. I also picked up some new compression gloves because I don't know what happened to the pair that I already had. So I got a new pair of those, and then I was watching a YouTube video. I don't remember if it was the one from the tutorial that I watched for making the lotus flower coasters, or if it was another video, but somebody was using a latch hook thing to weave their ends in. So I'm going to give that a try and see how that works out. So now I think I'm going to go hit up Joann's because it's not too far from here. I actually used to work at this particular Joann's, so I'm going to see what they've got in stock, see what kind of stuff that they've got on sale, because today is Labor Day, so I'm sure they've got some sort of sale, so we'll see if they've got anything. I don't plan on going over to the Michaels that's here in town. I've never been really super impressed with the Michaels here in town. It's not as big as the one not too far from where I grew up, and I'm like an hour and a half away from there, so I probably won't go to the Michaels, but so we'll go to Joann's and see what they've got. So it was actually a little difficult to try and film in Joann's just because, like I said, I used to work there. So everybody's kind of running up and saying hi and, you know, how you doing, wanting to know about our wedding plans and stuff like that. So it was just kind of a little more difficult to try and film. So I did get a little bit, but not a whole lot. I did find some other yarn that I want to try. I haven't worked with this Trubu yarn before, but we bought a whole bunch. It's really soft, so I'm sure I'll find something to do for it. But the ones that I found were a little closer in color to what I was looking for. So we're going to try that and see how that works out. And I also ended up getting some fabric as well, because I've got a project that I'm working on a pattern for wall hangings that I'm going to combine a couple of methods that I'm going to try and work with, like intarsia and mosaic crochet, and there was something else, and now I'm drawing a blank on it. But the back of the wall hanging is going to kind of be ugly, and I know that nobody's really going to see it, but I would like to be able to put a backing on that to kind of hide it, make it look a little bit nicer, a little more professional. So I'm going to practice with some cheap fabric just to kind of see how crocheting on, or taking a crochet piece and sewing it to a piece of fabric goes. I do have a sewing machine. It's a pretty basic sewing machine, so it's not like I can do a whole lot with it. It's not like a heavy duty machine. So we're just going to try it and see how it works, and if it works out great with the machine, awesome. If not, we may end up just hand sewing it on, which isn't a big deal. You know, it's just a little more time consuming. But I think that's all that we're going to do for yarn shopping, so let's go home and see what we got today. Alright, so let's go over what we got today. So from Hobby Lobby, I picked up the I Love This Cotton yarn. It is, oh, where does it say it at? It is 100% cotton, and there's 180 yards in here. I'm not seeing right off the bat what weight. Oh, there it is. Just little writing. It is a 4-weight yarn, so I should be able to just use like the 3mm hook. This is for it. That's what I usually use when I use this yarn. I was a little disappointed when I went into Hobby Lobby today, because I usually like going there for their cotton yarns, because I feel like they usually have a much bigger selection for their cotton yarns, but I feel like their cotton section has shrunk down a little bit, and I noticed that there were quite a few new yarns in stock when I went there this time. It's been a little bit since I've been in Hobby Lobby, so they probably had like a remodel and got rid of a lot of the stuff that wasn't selling as well. But I got this really pretty purple color called Amethyst. I got one of these in gold. Again, this is the I Love Cotton. I know I have more of this because I used this color when I made a Harry Potter baby blanket for my nephew. And then we got this Serene Spa, which is this nice kind of green color. It's pretty close to the color that I was imagining for our wedding. So we're going to have purple and green petals for the leaves, and then I was going to go with gold for the inner piece. Our colors are mint green and lilac, and with an accent color of gold. So I got 2 of these purple ones. I think I have more of these, but I'm not 100% certain. I know for a fact that I didn't have any of these green ones, so I just picked up what they had there at the store. They only had 4, so I don't think that'll get me as far as I'm hoping. So if I end up going with this yarn, oh, hello Luna, I will probably need to go back to the store and get more. Oh, hello, hello. The little loons wishes to say hello. All right. She needs to be involved. Then I bought these compression gloves. I lost my other pair and I don't know what happened to them, so we're gonna try these ones out and see if they fit. I did use the guide on the back here to find what size I needed, because it's been a couple years since I bought compression gloves. So according to this here, I wear a medium, so we're gonna try them on and see how they fit. And then I got this latch hook. Oh yes, does it smell good? Yes. I got this latch hook. Normally this is for like making like those rugs or whatever they are, but I saw somebody doing a video where they were using this to weave in their ends instead of using like a darning needle. So we're gonna try this out and see if this holds up, if it works. I've never tried it before. I think I had one laying around somewhere, but I wasn't 100% certain, so I just went ahead and picked it up. There was a big sale on their yarns today at Hobby Lobby. It was 30% off on sale today, so I ended up only spending like $35 at Hobby Lobby, which wasn't bad compared to what I ended up spending at Joann's. So at Joann's, like I said earlier, it was a little harder to go shopping in there and try and film. I did work as a full-time key holder at this location at one point in time, so I know a lot of the people who still work there, so everybody was like saying hi and wanting to talk. So it was a little harder to try and film without, you know, being interrupted, which isn't a big deal. I'm not mad or upset or anything like that. So it's a little more difficult, being that I know everybody there on a little more of a personal level. But coupons, always love a good coupon. Oh, that reminds me, I didn't bring out my app when I was shopping there. Dang it. Oh, well. I still got, I mean, technically I still am an employee at Joann's. I'm just a casual team member, so I only work every once in a while. So I did at least get my employee discount still, which definitely helps when you buy the amount of yarn that I buy. We have a problem, guys. I did buy some fabric that was on sale. I just got some cheap quilter showcase fabric. I've got some patterns that I'm working on for wall hangings that are going to be designed after the Rider-Waite tarot cards. So I want to be able to put fabric on the back of them to kind of hide all of the extra, like, drawing a blank on the term now. There's a term for like the floats. That's what they're called. They're floats. I want to be able to hide those and all of like the extra ends that, you know, would normally be weaved in, you know, kind of thing, just to make it look a little bit nicer. I mean, I know nobody's going to see the backside of it, but I would like them to look a little bit nicer, because I would like to be able to make and sell them, but, well, we'll see. So this one's just for an experiment, which we might try on video at a later date. So I'm still working on designing the graphs for these, so it'll be a while. We're not quite halfway done through all of the cards. I do have like the major arcana done, and I'm working on the first suit. I'm doing the wands right now, so we still have a long ways to go before I've got all of those done. I would like to have them all done and then work on the actual written part of the patterns, and then kind of start working on releasing those. I think those ones I'm going to end up doing as like paid patterns instead, with some very basic how-tos to kind of go along with those. So like how to change color, how to read the graph, kind of stuff like that. Stuff that would make sense, that would be helpful. I do have one wall hanging pattern that I've made up that I will probably release for free, that I can use as a video to kind of also help demonstrate how to do some of those things, like the color change and how to read the graph. That, you know, would help with these other more complicated ones, because they're going to be complicated. Go big or go home. That's the way that we do things around here. So what I got from Joann's, I also picked up this Drive-Thru yarn. Now, I've never worked with this yarn before, but it's super soft. I've always been wanting to work with this, but I've never had a project in mind that would necessitate buying this yarn. Because I am trying not to buy too much yarn, but like I said, we've got a problem over here. It's very soft. I'm hoping that with it not being acrylic, that it should work still for a coaster. Because my fear is, you know, somebody using it for like a hot cup of coffee or a hot cup of tea or something like that, and the yarn actually melting. So I wanted to stay away from acrylic yarns for this project. I really like this Drive-Thru because it's kind of shiny. The color doesn't show up as well as I'd like for it to on camera. It looks a lot darker than it actually is. The color for this one I got was Seafoam. And I think this one is a more true representation of kind of what I was looking for as far as colors for the wedding. So this one is It is a 3-weight yarn. I'm gonna have to dig through my hooks and see if I actually have a hook size, because I'm gonna have to go pretty small for this one. So I don't know if these are actually gonna work for what I'm going to be wanting to do. I may end up even having to double strand this to make sure that it comes out to the right size, because it is much thinner than the Lily Sugar and Cream that I used before, and that came out like perfect size. So this might end up being a more expensive option, but I really like the way that it looks. So I don't know. We're gonna see what we end up doing. I also picked up in the True Boo this purple color. I think it's Chardon. But this one, again, it's a really pretty purple color. I think this is going to go really well with the gold color that I picked out to go for like the centerpiece. So I plan on having 2 different color variants of these lotus flower coasters. So it's going to be either a purple petaled one or a green petaled one. And we're going to have this really nice gold color to be the centerpiece. Because that'll put all of our colors together and it'll look really nice. I mean, heck, I could even do like 1 row of petals in purple, 1 row in green, and in the middle be gold, just to kind of put all 3 colors together. But I think these 3 look really nice together, and now that I'm looking at them together, it almost makes me think Mardi Gras, which was not the intention, but now that's what I'm gonna think when I see them. I did buy 4 of these purple ones. This is all they had, or no, they had more of the purple ones, but I didn't want to buy too many in case this ended up not working out. So I've got 4 of the purple ones. I bought the only 4 of the green ones that they had. So that's ultimately why I ended up picking up 4 of these purple ones, was because I wanted to have the same amount of green as I did purple. Goblin brain. That it makes sense to me. And I only picked up 2 of the gold ones. Now I think that they had more, but now I don't remember. But I don't think I'll need nearly as much of the gold as I will of the purple and the green, just because it's just for the centerpiece. It's not going to be for like all of the petals and stuff, which is, they're bigger stitches. So I'm not going to need nearly as much for these. So I know I won't need nearly as much gold compared to the purple and the green, which is fine. So after all of that at Joann's and all my extra fabric, after all the discounts and the sales, I ended up spending about 50 bucks at Joann's, which isn't bad. For the amount of yarn that I bought, that's not bad. Generally when I go shopping at Joann's, I stick with the big twist yarn. That's my preferred yarn to work with, honestly. I like the way that it feels. It's rather soft for an acrylic yarn. And I can usually just use a 5mm hook. It doesn't fatigue my hands nearly as much. But so usually I'll buy that when it goes on sale for like $1.99 a skein or $2.99 a skein, whatever the deep sale is for the big twist yarn. I've got quite a bit of it currently in my stash, so I gotta find some projects to use this yarn up. So hopefully, with the yarn that I got today, I can get started on making those wedding favor coasters, and you know, we can get that knocked off of the wedding planning list. So yeah, that's pretty much it. So thanks for going shopping with me today. The little loons coming to say goodbye. So yeah, so if you like this, like and subscribe, and stay tuned for new content coming in the future. Thanks.